You can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they piper. Warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and tracking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed to cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my peace if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions. Go to the higher. They piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants.
My stake when you in your prime. The paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
I'm the one that introduced you to the E right now.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. You talk about this Giant defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They go play action with Jackson. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 yards. First down, Eagles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running left, it's Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action here with Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jihad Campbell.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Change it. Finish it on. Sit on. Finish it on. Sit on.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Want to quit? Hey, report! Report! Come on, come on! Come on! 180! Finish it! Play.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. Pick number 2 brings up second and goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now, 2nd and goal. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Come on! 180! Finish it!
Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Giants at 4-5, a game under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On play action, here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Let's go.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picks up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play fake, and here's Dart. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Dart going to look to throw here. Quick slant to Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 4th down, here's Dart. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Giants. Tyrone Tracy from 8 yards out. And the Giants take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point forthcoming. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Solid stiff arm. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now quickly here to Smith-Njigba. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Giants 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. taken at about the 1. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
19, tight.
Now Dart. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Malik Nabers. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And it's a 15-yard pickup. But it'll lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Taking it about the 16. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking left sideline. It's complete. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Down Eagles.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And an Eagle first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. This short throw caught by Goddard. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 26.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing.
But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second down and 8. Barkley inside handoff. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, report! Report!
They'll run with Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Giants first down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
79 Broncos.
On play action, here's Dart. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Dart on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing again. Here's Dart. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 45-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Second and 10. To throw, Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
It's a gain of 11. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing his Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
Another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To throw is Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Dart. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now an audible here into something else. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, go.
From the gun, here's Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's a gain of
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Throwing, dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is caught. Touchdown. Malik Nabers, 34 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he said, it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Breaks through the contact. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Be taken down just shy of midfield. 91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well.
Let's go. Hey, hey, hey.
can feel this fire. Been up a little while, and when check the wire, sure enough, it's live.